Hey, Fact Fusion fans, have you ever stumbled upon a picture of a weird rock that looks like it's from another planet, or a waterfall that flows backward? Nature has a way of surprising us with its creativity and power. Today we're going on a journey around the world to explore some of the most bizarre natural formations. These unique places will make you wonder just how powerful and unexpected our planet can be. So, grab your explorer hat and let's dive into these natural wonders. The Eye of the Sahara, a desert mystery. First up on our journey is the Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Richat structure. This massive formation in Mauritania, Africa, looks like a giant bullseye from space. It's about 40 kilometers wide and made up of circular rings of rock. But how did this strange formation come to be? Some scientists believe that the Eye of the Sahara was formed by a combination of geological processes over millions of years. Originally, some experts thought it was created by a meteor impact because of its circular shape. However, recent studies suggest that the Eye of the Sahara was created by uplift and erosion. Basically, it started as a dome of rock pushed up by magma beneath the Earth's surface. Then, over millions of years, wind and water eroded away the softer layers, leaving behind the harder rock in circular ridges. What makes the Eye of the Sahara so fascinating is not just its mysterious origin, but also its appearance. From the ground, it might look like just a series of rocky hills. However, from above, it's like staring into a giant spiral galaxy. The outer rings are made of limestone and sandstone, which are older rocks, while the inner rings are composed of igneous rocks, which are younger. The different colors of the rings come from the various minerals in the rocks, making it a beautiful sight even from space. The Eye of the Sahara remains one of the most mysterious natural formations on Earth. Imagine standing in the middle of a massive circular rock formation in the middle of the desert. It's like being on another planet. The Chocolate Hills, a sweet sight in the Philippines. Next, we head to the Philippines to check out the Chocolate Hills. These hills aren't made of chocolate, but they sure look like they could be. During the dry season, these hills turn a rich brown color, making them look like giant chocolate mounds. There are over 1,200 of these cone-shaped hills spread out over 50 square kilometers on the island of Bohol. The Chocolate Hills were formed by the weathering of limestone, which was once under the sea. Over thousands of years, rain, wind, and erosion shaped these hills into their unique, rounded forms. The limestone was originally part of a coral reef, which emerged from the ocean due to geological activity. As the sea receded and the reef was exposed to the elements, erosion began to shape the hills. Because the limestone is relatively soft, rainwater, which is slightly acidic, slowly dissolved the rock over time, rounding out the edges and creating the iconic conical shape of the Chocolate Hills. Local legends add a magical twist to the formation's history. One story tells of two giants who had a massive fight, hurling rocks, sand, and boulders at each other. Eventually, they made peace and became friends, but they forgot to clean up their mess, leaving behind the hills we see today. Another tale speaks of a giant named Arogo, who cried bitterly when his mortal love died, and his tears turned into the hills. Whether you believe the science or the stories, the Chocolate Hills are a sight to behold. The Great Blue Hole, an oceanic mystery. Now, let's take a plunge into the deep blue with the Great Blue Hole in Belize. This natural formation is a giant underwater sinkhole that measures about 300 meters across and 125 meters deep. It's so deep and dark that it looks like a giant blue eye staring up from the ocean floor. Divers from around the world flock to Belize to explore its depths and marvel at its beauty. The Great Blue Hole was formed during the last ice age, when the sea levels were much lower. It is believed that this sinkhole started as a limestone cave that formed on dry land. When the ice melted and the sea levels began to rise, the cave was flooded with seawater. Eventually, the roof of the cave collapsed, forming a deep, circular pit. As a result, it created this giant, underwater chasm filled with stunning stalactites and stalagmites that are now submerged beneath the crystal-clear waters of the Caribbean Sea. Inside the Great Blue Hole, you can find unique rock formations and marine life that are found nowhere else on Earth. Divers who venture into its depths can see limestone formations and experience the unique thrill of diving into a geological feature that has remained mostly unchanged for thousands of years. It's a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our oceans. Plus, the whole is surrounded by a beautiful coral reef teeming with colorful fish, making it a fantastic spot for both divers and snorkelers. The Wave, a swirling rock formation in Arizona. Next, we're off to the deserts of Arizona in the USA to witness the Wave, one of the most photographed rock formations in the world. The Wave is known for its vibrant colors and swirling patterns that look like a frozen ocean wave. This formation is made of sandstone and is around 190 million years old. The Wave was formed by water and wind erosion that carved out the rock layers over millions of years. The swirling patterns are due to the different types of minerals in the rock, which reacted differently to weathering. The sandstone layers were initially deposited by ancient sand dunes during the Jurassic period. As these sand dunes hardened into rock, they formed unique stripes and patterns. Over millions of years, wind and rain eroded the sandstone into smooth, wave-like forms. To see the Wave, you have to hike through a challenging trail, but it's totally worth it. Only a limited number of permits are given out each day to preserve the fragile environment, so it's a rare experience. The red, orange, and yellow hues of the rock appear to ripple and fold, creating an illusion of waves frozen in stone. It's like stepping into a painting. Standing at the Wave feels almost surreal, as if you're in a different dimension where the rocks dance and swirl around you. Sailing stones of Death Valley, rocks on the move. In California's Death Valley, there's a bizarre natural phenomenon where rocks move all by themselves. These rocks, some weighing hundreds of pounds, leave long trails in the sand, as if they were sailing across the desert. This mystery puzzled scientists for decades. How could rocks move without any human or animal help? The secret was finally uncovered in 2014. During cold winter nights, a thin layer of water freezes under the rocks. When the sun rises, the ice starts to melt, making the ground slippery. As the ice begins to break into panels, a light breeze can then push the rocks along this slick surface, leaving those curious trails behind. The movement is so slow that it's almost imperceptible to the naked eye, taking days, weeks, or even years for a rock to move a few meters. This natural phenomenon, known as ice shove, demonstrates how even in the hottest, driest places on Earth, the interplay of water, ice, and wind can create unexpected movements. The sailing stones are a perfect example of how small changes in the environment can create surprising and seemingly impossible results. Isn't it amazing how nature finds a way to create such surprising sights? It's a reminder that even the most mysterious phenomena have logical explanations when we look closely enough. Giant's Causeway, nature's perfect puzzle in Northern Ireland. Now, let's travel to Northern Ireland to see a natural wonder that looks like it was designed by an architect. The Giant's Causeway is made up of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, mostly in perfect hexagonal shapes. These rocks look like stepping stones leading out to sea. According to legend, the causeway was built by a giant named Finn McCool to cross the sea and fight another giant. In reality, it was formed about 60 million years ago by volcanic activity. When lava from an ancient volcanic eruption cooled rapidly, it contracted and cracked in much the same way that mud dries and cracks into polygonal shapes. As the lava continued to cool, these cracks grew deeper, eventually forming the impressive hexagonal columns we see today. Some columns stand up to 12 meters high, creating a stunning, stair-like formation that extends into the ocean. What makes the Giant's Causeway truly fascinating is the sheer precision and regularity of the columns. The uniformity of the hexagonal shapes almost seems too perfect to be natural, and yet it is a remarkable example of volcanic geology. The basalt columns range in size and height, creating a natural amphitheater of sorts where visitors can climb and explore. It's a natural puzzle that's both beautiful and mysterious. Whether you're walking on the columns or gazing at them from afar, the Giant's Causeway is a place where you can truly feel the power of nature's artistry. The endless wonders of our planet. Nature is full of surprises. From deserts to oceans and mountains to lakes, our planet is filled with strange and beautiful formations that remind us of the incredible power and creativity of nature. Each of these formations has a story to tell, shaped by millions of years of geological processes and sometimes a touch of mystery. So which of these strange natural formations would you like to visit? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Fact Fusion, and click the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.